What up, Gotham Guardians and Arkham adversaries? It's your boy Trey, and welcome back to the Bat Channel, your main hub for all things Batman.
Question. How do we call him? He gave us a signal.
Some set photos of Matt Reeves' The Batman has everyone buzzing about the possible Easter eggs and implication of what's to come. But before you begin, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and also the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Thank you so much for your support, and without further ado, let's get to it. It is amazing what you can learn from a few props on set. A picture really does say 1,000 words. Recently, in some set photos at Liverpool's St. George's Hall, some set photos were released of the Batman, and there's so much to depict from it. Let's check it out real quick. Now, we're looking at a couple of these set photos, and it looks like a continuation of Mayor Mitchell's funeral that we saw from the trailer where that car busts in and Batman rescues that civilian. Man, there's so many cool things going on here. You can see Colin Farrell's Penguin. My goodness, he's so unrecognizable other than his eyes. You know, you can tell it's Colin Farrell from there. But he looks incredible. Those prosthetics are amazing. Probably going to be nominated for an Oscar for it, I could imagine. You got Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne getting seeing a little more of that attire. And you can tell that it's the same scene partly because, one, it's the same picture that we saw at the funeral of the mayor. But also Bruce is wearing the same clothes and the same tie that I noticed from the trailer. But we also see Zoe Kravitz as, you know, Selena Kyle. Like, come on, she looks incredible. But I thought it was very interesting that she's with John Turturro, who's playing Carmine Falcone. It makes me wonder, is she working for him? You know, is she the reason why she's like going around stealing stuff? Is she like one of his thieves, I guess you could say? Interesting, not really sure what to think of it. We also get a little glimpse of Wayne's fortune with that sweet 69 black Stingray car. That's a sweet hot sauce of a ride. Like, come on now, you know Wayne has to have a cool car.
Nice ride.
Of course, he's driving it to a funeral, but like, hey, nothing, you know, who wants to be subtle?
Does it come in black?
We also get more photos of the Batsuit where we possibly get a look at his grappling gun. Everyone thought it was like an actual firearm. I don't think it is. That, to me, that's a grappling gun, right? But we also get to see him on the Batcycle and even possibly the first flight, or technically glide, right?
Huge grotesque wings.
He's on top of this clock tower, but it looks like it's a Batman wing base jumping suit. I don't know. Kind of interesting. I hope there's going to be like some CGI there because that's not really intimidating looking, but we'll see. But I mean, it's nice that we're getting a few more looks at the Batsuit. I'm still not a huge fan. The more and more I see it and see just how homemade it is, it just looks cheap. It looks like CW made it or something, but...
Well, you have bad hair.
What did you say?
I said, your hair looks stupid.
hey, it's not my cup of tea, but I still think it's going to be a phenomenal movie. I'm just not a huge fan of where Bruce is at with his suit in this movie. Hopefully it improves as it goes on, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There were also a ton of possible Easter eggs on the set photos in Chicago. Yeah, Chicago's going to become Gotham City again since Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight back in 2008. So Liverpool and Gotham City, you kind of get the feel of what they're going with. I guess there was a bike chase there with Catwoman from the police officers, but there was also these really cool subtle props that kind of gave us a little more details about what's going on in Gotham and really this universe that the Batman's taking in. So let's take a look at those real quick. We see some really cool props here, and a lot of them are posters, I guess you could say propaganda of what the Gotham citizens are dealing with. One of them you see possible reference to Scarecrow, maybe, with this poster that says Fear City. And it seems like there's a bit of a drug problem going on because there was these signs that said stop drops. I wonder what that's about. I've also heard some people say this has something to do with Joker, which possibly we did see those clown-faced criminals, but we also see this other poster of Ace Chemicals. What do you know? I mean, it's getting interesting in the Batman. A lot of cool things going on. But there was also apparently a Ras Al Ghul reference that I had trouble finding, but someone was able to pick it out on a newspaper that says The Demon's Quest, which is from a comic book reference that Ras Al Ghul appeared in. So, interesting. I mean, either Matt Reeves is allowing his nerds to have a lot of fun on set and throw things in there that, you know, the fun fans like me will kind of go, oh, look at that. You know, kind of like that thing in Leonardo DiCaprio.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Now, we know from Matt Reeves' interview from DC Fandom that Gotham City is going through a lot of chaos at this time, and it seems there is a ton of unrest in Gotham citizens, which we may see some riots, which is fitting for today's world. But it makes me wonder if we will see a cameo from other DC villains like Anarky. This style of rebellious tactics is right up his alley, and a character that DC has yet to use in a live-action cinematic film. Which further proof that Anarky exists in the Batman universe. On the set of Chicago, there was a prop poster that had the Anarky symbol on it. Curious as well. But there was also a sign that said Destroy Gothcorp, which is a reference to Mr. Freeze, and it's the place where he was created as that cold-hearted villain. It's getting intense. Now, I know what you're all thinking. You're like, Trey, you missed the biggest part. What is that? Yeah, I see it too. It's a flash symbol.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
You should be. Have a nice day.
Does the Justice League exist in this universe? I don't know. They just might. The Batman is said to take place around Halloween time, referencing the comic The Long Halloween. So we see some people in another set photo being festive and dressing up in some pretty interesting costumes, if you ask me. The Brave and the Bold, Wonder Woman and Superman. I mean, this is all crazy. I'm really not sure what to think of this. Part of me wonders if Matt Reeves is just having fun with us and allowing his crew of nerds to do the same. But I'm just not sure if we'll see Batson in a future Justice League film. Walter Hamada, who is the president of DC Films, even said during DC Fandom August 22nd that the Batman was taking place in an entirely different universe that doesn't include the Flash, Superman, Wonder Woman, you know, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, and Jason Momoa's Aquaman. So that's interesting. I wonder if, was he messing with us as well? Or was that not part of the plan? Or does Andy Muschietti's and Ezra Miller's Flashpoint film really set this whole thing up for Superman and Wonder Woman to appear in the Batman. There was a set photo of a newspaper that I think it was like the Gotham Gazette that said a little blurb about Metropolis and about how these people looked up to the sky waiting to see you know who. I don't know. It gets crazy if the Batman is part of a whole nother Justice League universe and that they exist. I'm not sure if we'll ever see that continuation of his universe, but I don't know. The whole multiverse has completely changed the game in terms of cinematic approaches. But what do you guys think? Comment down below and we'll talk about it in our next show. I mean, who knows what DC's multiverse is gonna allow? I mean, this is just really becoming an insane idea. And here we go. The Batman is calling. Hey, Batman.
The latest poll shows 65% Penguin, 35% Batman.
Well, that's gratitude for you. After all the Batman has done for our citizens.
I think you underestimate the good citizens of Gotham City, Chief.
But look at the poll, Batman.
Elections are not won by polls, Commissioner. They're won by votes, at least in this country.
I never would have believed that the polls could be wrong.
There have been other candidates who've trusted too much in the polls, Mayor Linseed, and they found out that it's the votes that count. Smart politicians trust the voters, not the polls. After all, if you can't trust the voters, whom can you trust?
Great words of advice. Thank you, sir. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and share with your fellow Bat family, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. I'm your host, Trey, and don't forget to tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Hi everyone, here Batman. This message is to tell you that you should subscribe to the Bat channel, the best YouTube channel about everything related to Batman and DC multiverse. Don't fall on the anti-life formula and subscribe now. Batman out.